Question of the day, folks. Do you dunk a biscuit or don't you dunk a biscuit? Answer in the comments. Anyway, how we doing, folks? I hope we're smiling and I hope we're happy. Because I'm having a biscuit and I'm sitting down, I've got two very loyal companions. As you'll have seen in the last video, I've managed to achieve a very good, for me, solar system. Now, in doing so, Mother Nature, as you can kind of see behind us, can you get out of the way, girls? Hasn't been kind to me with the sunshine, so I'm not getting any energy in, anything to write home about. So I'm still waiting to find out if I've been truly successful. Everything, all the tests I've done, etc, 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 yes, they show up as though everything's good. So I'm sure we will be fine. When we have projects like that, yeah, damn right I'm excited. You know, it's building something, it's achieving something. And, you know, it's good to have a project, get your mind into it and a goal to achieve. And then you have a more typical off-grid day, yeah, where, like today, yeah, the weather's gloomy, so that can be disheartening. Today there is no exciting project to do. I'm on my morning routine where, you know, take the girls out for a wander around and have my breakfast, and then I'm thinking, what am I going to do today? And on days like this, it's easy to sit there and go, sod it. Sit down, do nothing, stay in the warm, but it's not getting things done. And I have set out quite a large plan for this year, and in doing so, it involves a lot of work that I don't really want to do, and it involves moving stuff from A to B. And you know, it's why do I have to do this? Why do I have to do that? But if I want to achieve it, it's, you know, it's not exciting, it's mundane, it's boring. You know, this is just this is off-grid life, but it's also everyday life. And so what we're doing is the progress for now, days like this where I've got no enthusiasm. Hello, Mum. Just seen a robin perching on a post down there. Whenever I see a robin, I say, hello, Mum. Yeah, we're good. Anyway, yeah, so I'm now doing mundane tasks. I'll have a quick wander around with you in a second, sort of show what I mean by mundane, boring task. It's moving, as I would say, piles of shit from A to B. Is it really achieving anything? Well, in principle, no, but of course, anything you're doing is achieving. The mindset, my mind is saying, I can't be doing with this, but I need to override that function. I need to push myself. And on a day like this, where it's easy to sit in the hut and do nothing, no, get out. It's not raining, you know, get out, do something. At least half an hour every day. Anyway, I'll just finish my tea and then we'll have a little wander around and I'll show you what basically I'm going to be doing for the next few days, which is boring. But, you know, that's off-grid life, people. Catch you in a minute. Welcome to my junkyard. This area, I've always, any bits of metal, anything that might come in handy, you know, I don't throw stuff away. It might come in handy. I have to be a bit brutal with myself sometimes, but you know. But the problem being is this, my generator, my good old lister, I love it. I need to move this, and it's going to be a little bit tricky. In part and parcel with all the plans that I'm doing, this is going to have to get moved. As you can see, and what you might see in the corner, it's up tight against the shed, and it's also extremely tight against this tree. The original concept was it goes here, it's in the corner, it's out of the way, it never needs to be moved again. The tyres on it are knackered, so it's going to be very challenging. No, it's not moving in this video. It will be moving, and yes, you will see how I hope to achieve this. But all of what you can see here needs to be moved. It's been there like for ages. What do I need to move it? Well, for me to improve my world, for me to achieve what I'm setting myself out to achieve, this is all the junk that most people on YouTube, you don't get to see that stuff because it's boring, and it's boring. But this is what is going to make the finished article. This is, I'm trying to show you guys, yeah, off-grid life is not all just dancing in the sunshine and a bed of roses. It's hard work, and it can be extremely hard work. Why don't I just get a normal job? Why don't I just pay someone to do this and pay someone to do that? Where's the fun in that? You know, I'm fortunate that, yeah, I go and do my summer work, as you know, and I earn just enough so that I can get through to next year. And the rest of the time, I spend my life here in my world with my girls. And yeah, there are a lot of downsides to it, but the upsides have always outweighed the downsides. So I need to clear all of this area because it's a part of the process, and all of that area. This tree is going to have to come down. This tree is going to have to come down. Hello, logs. That'll be warmth in a couple of years. But it's part and parcel of my project. And at the end of the day, yeah, this is boring. There's some bits of old wood and stuff in here. These pallets probably not going to get reused. This was my original compost pile, so they should probably get used for kindling. We're starting my fire bin and things like that. But it's been an area where I've just dumped stuff, and the problem being is this generator, from outside wheel arch to outside wheel arch, it's 7 feet wide. So this gap here is not 7 foot. The ground goes off too much there, so we'll have to cut this one down to the ground. There's some old cable drums that aren't any good for anything. Yeah, I can use them to make a fire, you know, get my fire pit going, things like this. Some tyres in there that I might be able to reuse. I need to clean all of this area out, and it's not fun. It really isn't fun. But the fun element for me in what is not fun, always got to look on the bright side, is obviously I've got to make this gap here not only wide enough to get the 7 foot of width of that generator this way, but also is getting a bigger digger in, not because my little digger won't move it, but I can, with my little digger, I can get this area ready to save time when I've got the bigger digger in. So I need to make a path that is suitable for that digger to be able to come down here obviously these trees be out of the way, to be able to pick that up and bring it back this way. Because, you know, yes, it'll cope with the slope, but it'll be nice if it's a little bit more flat. So I've got to get that area cleared, get my digger in, clear a path through this way. As you can see, I've only ever had a walkway, which I thought I only ever needed. But we evolve and we improve. It's how we survive. We can all sit down and do nothing, or we can crack on with life. I'm trying to crack on with life. But so I've got to clear all of that away, reposition it, stuff that's perhaps useless, burn it, whatever, repurpose what I can, etc, etc. And then we'll get to this point here, because the digger's got to come, obviously this side of the caravan, because it's got to come from pretty much where my camera is now. It's got to come in that way. So I'll have to trim up some of these trees. These little bits, they'll have to come out, and then just keep working with my digger to make the access path for it. And as you can see, we're bringing it through here, because roughly where you are is where the generator will eventually be put down, and it can guarantee it'll be for life. As you can see here, I've got some canes in, bit of string. It's just to give me a rough idea of things. I'll try and show you the level of the ground in a second. But we're going to get a container, and it's going to come to about here. It's about here it's going to come to, and the area behind the container is where the generator is going to sit. Then all of my power, be it the solar that's going to move from the caravan onto the container, so I've got my backup power, my solar power, all of the solar setup which you've seen in the caravan that I've done on the last video, that is going to get repositioned into the container. So all of my power is contained in one area, making my world more efficient. And sort of this corner of my world will be the industrial corner. So that is the plan. That obviously, you know, sort this out, but I've got to build the ground up again. Another boring job. It's a case of just moving soil, stones, anything to basically get the ground reasonably level. And by level, as you can hopefully see, may not show quite the true clarity of it, but this is walking uphill. So here, a little piece of this is going to be coming off, not much, because I need to sink it down a little bit lower, as I explained before, I think 2 videos back, so that I can get some stone in to make a good solid surface to get the container in this space here. There's a cane here which shows which is what will be the right hand side as I'm looking at it, your left. This will be the right hand side of the container, of which then I'll be going across to this cane here. This is going to be an open space, and then the other container from here going there, and then I've got room for a log store on the side, keeping everything in one nice neat format. But this is a lot of work, and yeah, it is all progress. Yeah, sorting that out, that's not too exciting. Sorting this out is kind of exciting, you know. So we have to balance life. Yeah, I mean, people dream of the life that I'm leading, and I mean, the comments, people say, oh, I wish I could do this, I wish I could do that. I'm trying to paint a more colourful picture of it. You know, this world's not perfect, it never is, but you make it perfect for you. But then we've got another problem. And that problem is these. I mean, these ones are going to be my raised beds when I get around to making them. And obviously, you've probably seen, I'll show you in a minute, but I've got all the pallets here. Well, that's hindering what I'm wanting to do here. So I need to move these, and I'm running out of places to move these. But I've come up with a plan. Over there was a log storm, and the storm ripped it apart. Like a lot of it, it's just storm damage. You know, what I'm trying to do now is thinking, what do I do with that? Well, I'm gonna spend time, you know, 2 or 3 wheelbarrow loads a day. I'm not going to sit there and break my back. Get them, so I've got space to stack them behind the hut, which will clear that space, and just reorganise it slightly so that I can move all those pallets over to there, stack them there. That's not the end of moving stuff about. So yeah, so being the storm ripped all that roof off and this, so I did sort of loosely repair it when I wasn't thinking straight and couldn't focus, but the wind came again and it took it. But what we're going to do is, this was last year's logs, so they'll be ready to burn this year. So instead of obviously getting them a truck at a time when I need them, I'm going to be moving all of them up behind the hut. Dismantling this, if there's anything worth reusing, reuse. If not, kindling, or just literally burn it in the log burner. And then we're going to get from over where was the car tent, I'm going to then bring obviously the pallets over here and bring that over, all that stuff over here, because I need to work with that space as well. And then I've got obviously the cover from that, which I can then put over everything here, just so that it keeps a reasonably dry and weather, keep the weather away from it a bit. A lot of junk here, isn't there? Because when this was there, yeah, it was somewhere to store stuff, so I stored stuff. I've got a spare solar panel there. I've got my gas bottles. My chicken coop is down there. Luckily, that all stayed there from the storm. I'm so grateful for that. But that's down there, which that's going to get built in the process, because the chickens are still happening, but it's just I'm having to prioritise my world slightly different, and accommodating the task of having to cater for the chickens at the moment is not suitable for the benefit of the chickens, me. So, but they're still coming. Remember, the chicken logo is always up in the right hand corner, but this stuff is going to get moved, stacked over there, because I want to work something with this space. I'm not going to tell you that. You'll have to wait and see. So that's what this can be. A typical day, it could be a typical week. Sometimes it could be even a typical month in the world of alternative living and being off-grid, independent. No, it's not an easy life. I know I've said it before, and that I just kind of want you guys, those that are looking on my channel, and those of you that feel sometimes inspired, I don't want to just show you the nice bits, the glory bits, the fun bits, the exciting bits. I want to be able to show you the nuts, the bolts, and the dirty bits, the bits like this. What I'm doing with this video is to just show you that it can demoralize you. It can put you off the whole idea, but always have that bigger picture. I've created in here a picture of what this place is going to be like, hopefully by the end of the year. I'm determined to achieve this, so there will be hopefully some really good videos. but I'm going to throw the odd one in that's a bit like this. It's a little bit dull, a little bit boring, but it's reality. I'm not trying to show you a dream. Yes, it is my dream, but in my dream we have mini nightmares, which is dealing with the storm damage, which has caused me to have a good think on what do I do here. Obviously, what with losing my mother and then really soul searching as to what I'm going to do, I've come out of the fire of sadness, yeah, like a phoenix. I'm going to rise and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to show you, even when you are down at your lowest of lows, you can keep going and you can make your world a better place. Anyway, I'm going to crack on with this for a day, a week, a month, but I'm going to mix in other bits and pieces. It's not like I'm doing this all day, every day, but I'm mixing in other bits and pieces and put some fun into it here and fun into it there, or what I call the more exciting tasks. Anyway, you take care, folks. Keep smiling. Keep being happy. You know you want to. You take care, folks. Ta-da for now.